And good morning. Welcome to Bio Library, your mock test 3 for NII PhD entrance exam. And I hope these tests are actually helping you because what they do is they keep you in a direction, right? अब टेस्ट देते हो तो you get stimulated कि okay fine I have to study this or I have to revise this. So I think just to keep you in track I have designed these tests and start करते हैं. So today's test contains 67 questions, a little level up guys, just in a 1.5 hour, like try to do these 67 questions, because in your exam you'll be getting 60 questions, okay, and the time limit will be 1.5 hours. Here I'm giving you one liners or like two liners. There you can get three or four liner questions, okay, so you have to understand them, and you'll get, I guess you'll get a rough sheet. I like vividly remember, but you will get some rough sheet, and there you can write, and if it is experimental then you can write that experiment in flowchart form. So you need time for that, and in order to develop competency for every exam is just start doing little more questions than that. If it asks you 60 questions in 1.5 hours, then start doing 90 questions in 1.5 hours. That assures your selection. Not one question, not one paper, but such 10 to 12 papers you must practice to gain you speed. ओके हमेशा एक लेवल आगे रहो आप किसी भी एग्जाम में. जस्ट टू क्वालिफाई रिटन एग्जाम, इट्स नॉट अबाउट इंटेलिजेंस, इट्स अ लॉट अबाउट स्ट्रैटेजी, इट्स अ लॉट अबाउट इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. देयर वॉज अ टाइम जब मेरी रिटन एग्जाम्स निकल रहे थे तो सारे निकल रहे थे, एंड आई हैव ऑलवेज डिवाइज दिस. आई हैव नेवर फॉलोड एनीबडी एल्सेस स्ट्रैटेजी, क्योंकि आई एंटर्ड इन टू दिस कॉम्पिटिशन वाला गेम व्हेन आई वॉज इन 6th class. So first competition I gave when I was in, yes, I was in 6th class. I gave Navodaya exam. That too, there was no coaching available, and I come from Uttarakhand, and there were no coaching whatsoever. And I was the first girl who qualified from that area. First, I was passionate. I was always driven by the fact कि मुझे करना है. बाकी मुझे फैक्टर्स का नहीं पता, फेवरेबल है अनफेवरेबल, आई डोंट नो. तो मैं वेन आई वॉज इन 5th class, एंड मैं 4 बजे उठ के पढ़ती थी उसके लिए, एंड माई फादर वॉज अगेंस्ट इट कि ठीक है नहीं देना है ये एग्ज़ाम की, ऐसा था कि यू आई विल नॉट सेंड यू ऐसे हॉस्टल में या फिर दूर. तो वो इनिशियली ही वॉज अगेंस्ट इट, एंड देन पापा ने भी ज्वाइन कर लिया. इट वॉज लाइक कि दोनों जग रहे हैं सुबह 4 बजे. तो मेरे केस में कुछ ऐसा था कि आई यूज़ नॉट टू प्ले. ऐसे 5th क्लास का बच्चा कितना बड़ा होता है, 10 साल का. मैं तारीफ़ नहीं करी, बट मैं बता रही हूँ कि कंपटीशन की मेरी जर्नी बहुत पहले शुरू हो गई थी. तो आई अंडरस्टैंड एग्ज़ाम्स. मैं एग्ज़ाम्स की ना कोर या सोल को पकड़ सकती हूँ. तो आई हैव लाइक ऐसे पैटर्न पकड़ना बहुत ईजी हो जाता है आफ्टर लॉट लॉन्ग टाइम. लाइक आप ऐसे सोच लो तो कुछ 20 years से मुझे पता है कि कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम आर कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम योर नॉर्मल और कन्वेंशनल एग्जाम्स. बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम क्या होता है, जो टॉपर्स होते हैं या जो बच्चे पढ़ने में बहुत अच्छे होते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ जो क्लास की रैंकर्स होते हैं, टॉप रैंकर्स, ठीक है, उनके लिए बहुत बार ये डिफरेंट हो जाता है समझना, क्योंकि इट्स ऑल अबाउट क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स, एंड उधर वो थ्योरी बहुत ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस करते होते हैं. तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट प्रैक्टिसिंग. तो वो एक गैप बन जाता है, एंड लॉट मेनी टाइम्स यू विल सी एक एवरेज या अबव एवरेज स्टूडेंट ज़्यादा क्वालिफाई करता है एग्जाम्स को एज कम्पेयर टू एन एक्सेप्शनली लाइक रैंकर ऑफ अ क्लास. मतलब आप समझ रहे हो, दोनों में बहुत बड़ा गैप, एंड द गैप इज ब्रिज्ड बाय प्रैक्टिसिंग क्वेश्चंस एंड प्रैक्टिसिंग मोर क्वेश्चन देन व्हाट योर थ्रेशोल्ड इज. ठीक है, तो आप इस बात को सुनो, इस बात को समझो, बिकॉज दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट, इसलिए मैंने शुरुआत में ही बोल दिया. अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. सो इंस्ट्रक्शंस आर बेसिकली दिस टेस्ट कंटेन्स 67 questions just to help you gain speed, and in paper you will have just 60 questions. So negative marking will be 1 mark deducted for each incorrect question. Every question is of 3 marks. Let's start. So first question, I have taken only 3 to 4 questions from aptitude in this today's test, and I have given you more questions from life sciences such that I want to see, because yesterday I gave you more questions from aptitude. Today I am giving you more questions from life sciences. Only two things can happen, like your they can play with your GS or they can play with your life sciences part. So I've tried to play with both, and let's see in which paper did you score more. Okay, so you can let me know कि कल के पेपर में did you get more marks, और today's paper आप किस पेपर में like you were able to score more marks. तो ठीक है, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज द सम ऑफ मनी एट अ सिंपल इंटरेस्ट अमाउंट्स टू रुपीज़ 815 in 3 years and 814 in 4 years. The sum is, so X amount of money was there. After 3 years, it became how much? 815, and after 4 years it became 854. So you have to tell what was the initial sum of money, or like what was the money at initial stage. Second question, Mr. Thomas invested an amount of 13,900 divided into different schemes A and B at a simple interest rate of 14% per annum or 11%. So you have to do this only. आपका question fragment हो जाता है, and this is 13,900, right? This is what your question is asking. If total amount of simple interest earned in 2 years be rupees 3,508, what was the amount invested in the scheme B? So they are saying if the total amount of simple interest जो कि इन 2 सालों में like invest हुआ, it is 3,508. Now you have to tell what was the amount invested in scheme B, and scheme B का interest rate कितना है? 11% per annum. ठीक है. उसके बाद आता है third question. The side mirrors of vehicles are of dash type of mirrors. This I think you all know. जितने भी लोग ड्राइव करते हैं या ड्राइव लाइक बैठे होंगे कभी, तो उन्हें पता होगा कि साइड मिरर्स कौन सा मिरर्स होते हैं एक्चुअली. एंड फोर्थ क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट इज द थियोरी बिहाइंड स्टार्स ट्विंकलिंग. This I think you all guys know, and in my first video when I talked about NII written exam, I told you about this, that they can ask this question. This is a very common question, so you have to figure out from these options. Okay, please take care of this thing. That's why I'm using such questions. Just take care of the fact that yeah, you are thinking okay, A is correct, your A is option number D, so check these type of questions also. 5. Study the following statements and choose the right option. Again, it's at your disposal. आप पढ़ो, आप समझो इसको. Okay. So these are the two phenomena they are talking about, and then they are talking about what are the effects that govern these phenomena, and then these are the options from which you should select your answer. Sixth question, what will be the effect of a moving lift on a person's mass? If you remember your physics class, then you will be able to easily like solve this question. 7. Spacecraft needs a speed of over dash to escape Earth's gravity. Escape velocity of your whatever substance is thrown at such a speed or more than that speed such that it crosses the gravitational force. So seventh question. Eighth, which of the following is not an electrical conductor? You have to tell that which is not an electrical conductor. Okay. Then while watching 3D movies at the theater, we have to wear special glasses because of this thing. So from this you'll get to know general information as to why we do this and the scientific information. 10th, the force of friction between two surfaces will increase if, out of these just select the option. Infrared rays are, very easy question. 12th, which of the following is true? Out of these, read it for yourself guys. I don't read a lot because मेरे को अभी successively I'll have to record one more video, then वो energy का मैं थोड़ा सा protection सोचती हूँ कि कर लूँ. 13th question, the sample of isotopes of an element which needs not to be vaporized in the vaporization chamber. Very logical question. 14th, 1 mole of CO2 contains how many like atoms, electrons, atoms of carbon, atoms of oxygen? Avogadro number may represent. I will be releasing a video which will tell you what are the important topics you can't skip from like physics, chemistry as well as aptitude. Okay, and also I'm planning something else also, but that I can't reveal because if I'll not be able to do it, then मैं आपकी expectations meet नहीं कर पाऊंगी, and I don't want to shatter that expectation का cage. ठीक है. तो फिर 16th question, the number of isotopes of elements with even mass number and n even atomic number. This I have given you nihayati factual question. If you first thing first, I think you'll not be able to solve it. ठीक है. तो I want you to familiarize with the fact that in your exam, in your every exam, every written exam will contain some or many questions like 2 to 5 questions which you will not be able to solve. Never go after them. वो एक लॉजिकल बात नहीं होती कि वो 2 और 5 बाउंसर्स आए थे एंड आप उनको नहीं कर पाए. ठीक है, आप नहीं कर पाए. योर सिलेक्शन डिपेंड्स ऑन दोज 55 क्वेश्चन जो आपके लिए ईजी पड़ रहे थे. ठीक है. उसके बाद 17th क्वेश्चन, साइज ऑफ अ मॉलिक्यूल डिपेंड्स ऑन. 18th, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग टर्म्स इज नॉट यूज फॉर द आयनिक कंपाउंड. 19th question, 0.36 mole of each aluminum and oxygen react with each other to produce aluminum oxide. The amount of product formed is. 20th question, which of the following terms is used for the mass of chlorine 35.5. 21. Which of the following has the maximum number of isotopes? 22. Which of the following is not the monoisotopic element? 23. The porphyrin present in heme is easy question. 24. The amino acid required for porphyrin synthesis is 25 is mitochondrial pyruvate carboxylase contains. 26 goitrogenic substance present in cabbage is. So I gave you this question just to enhance your knowledge in terms of the fact that your cabbage contains something which has the potential of causing goiter in your body. Okay. So 27 in iron deficiency anemia, what happens? You have to select the answer. 28 kinetics of an allosteric enzymes are explained by easy question. Biotin is a coenzyme for which of the enzyme utilizes biotin as a coenzyme? 30th question, an example of enzyme inhibition out of these options, extremely easy question. 31 PFK, which is phosphofructokinase, key enzyme in glycolysis, is inhibited by. 32. Glucose absorption is promoted by. 33. In the glycolytic pathway, enol pyruvate is converted to ketopyruvate by. 34. In competitive enzyme activity inhibition, what happens? Out of these options, select your correct answer. 35. In enzyme kinetics, KM implies. Out of these, select your correct answer. 36. In reversible non-competitive enzyme activity inhibition, select your answer. 37. I've given you a lot questions today. 11 to 12 questions I've given you from enzymes. In reversible non-competitive enzyme activity inhibition, select the answer. In competitive enzyme activity inhibition, select the answer. Kinetic effect of purely competitive inhibitor of an enzyme. Anti-sterility vitamin is magenta tongue is found in the deficiency of which of the vitamin? The most potent vitamin D metabolite is vitamin D absorption is increased in 44 in beta oxidation of fatty acids. Which of the following are utilized as coenzymes? 45 liposomes are. 46 cholesterol is the precursor for the biosynthesis of. 47 NADPH is produced when this enzyme acts, which is the enzyme that will utilize NADPH. Cysteine can partially meet the requirement of, just forget this, okay? So 49th, all the following have 18 carbon atoms except. 50th, absence of phenylalanine hydroxylase causes. Then from 51 to 61, you just read it for yourself and आप इनको solve करो. And similarly from 62 to 67. So from 51 to 67, these questions are from immunology. Do not skip immunology, guys, because that is not a good idea that you're going for NII and you can't afford to skip in immunology. If at all you can't study anything, then at least study from pathfinder या फिर आप शिखा के लेक्चर से पढ़ सकते हो. शी हैज़ हर चैनल एज CSI नेट. शिखा मित्तल डालोगे आपको आ जाएगा ऑन यूट्यूब. एंड उनके इम्यूनोलॉजी के जो वीडियोस पढ़े हैं आप उनके वीडियो से पढ़ सकते हो. आप ज्योति कुमारी के वीडियो से पढ़ सकते हो. तो बेसिकली अगर आपके पास कोई मटेरियल नहीं है तो टेक दी हेल्प ऑफ पाथफाइंडर एंड इन 2 एजुकेटर्स के लेक्चर्स की आप हेल्प ले लो. उतने से आपका इम्यूनोलॉजी इनफ हो जाएगा. ट्राई टू डिवाइड योर डेज, बट ऐसा मत करना कि इम्यूनोलॉजी स्किप करो. ओके, सो थैंक यू एवरीबडी. योर फीडबैक इज़ ऑलवेज अप्रिशिएटेड एंड डेफिनेटली नीडेड. एंड ऑल द बेस्ट. थोड़ी देर में आपको 12 बजे यूल गेट योर आंसर कीज़. एंड आई होप कि आपके मार्क्स इस बार 140-145 से ज़्यादा गए हो. ठीक है, सो थैंक यू एवरीबडी एंड कीप स्टार्टिंग. ओके.